ladies and gents, how are you? I hope you had an amazing week. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that I think it's very important, that I think in my opinion is one of the biggest struggle, one of the biggest challenges that traders face. Get ready, because the show is about to get started. Woo! Hello everyone! If you're new to this channel, my name is Taty and I created this channel to show you the real truth about the Forex journey, the real struggles, our ups and downs, every single battle I face, the battles I lose, the battles I win, in order to understand what we really go through until we reach that state where the income that we're getting from Forex is enough to give us financial freedom and a very good life. I also share with you some tips about personal development, other investments, and it's very important to tell you that, as you know, I'm not a financial expert, not a financial advisor. The only thing I do with this channel is share with you my experience. So I never recommend you to invest your money. I never tell you to enter or begin this Forex journey. It's up to you to decide and do the search to understand if it's something that fits you or not. Understand that this is a product of a very high risk. More than 80% of people that enter in Forex market, they lose their money. So before you make any decision, you need to do a very good research about it. So what is, in my opinion, the biggest challenge a beginner trader face? Well, before I answer this question and really tell you what you came for today, I need to ask you one thing. Are you a full-time trader? If the answer is no, because you're still in the beginning, well, in my opinion, well done. You're doing step-by-step journey, and remember, small steps, big changes. Now, if you answer yes, I need to do another couple of questions that I think are very important. First of all is your Forex income, the income you're getting from Forex, enough to pay your bills? Or do you have currently at least 3 months in a bank account or a spare account, whatever, to pay your bills? The best would be 6. Experts say you should always have like a 6-month buffer if something unexpected happened to any of us. So do you have those? Either an income, a monthly income that can pay your bills, and a pillow. We call it in Portugal pillow. I don't know if you call it in English pillow. It's like a pillow where you can rest. If something happens, you have that amount to pay your bills. If your answer is no, in my personal opinion, you're rushing things. And why? You're giving yourself extra pressure, anxiety, stress that you don't need at the beginning. And that's the problem of the majority of the beginner traders. Either they quit their jobs too soon, either they're too young so they don't even get a job. Well, if your parents are supporting your life and that's okay for everyone, well, okay. But if you want to feel independent, if you want to feel that you can contribute somehow, well, at least a part-time is something you should have. Especially until you understand or until you find a strategy supported with data that can bring you an income that will pay your bills. And especially in the beginning, of course, the years are going to pass and you're going to detach more and more of your emotions. But until you do it, in the beginning, it's completely normal that you fall into some emotions, right? You have a big loss, you fall into a mistake trade, you had a big win, you get too greedy, and then you again do another mistake. This is part of the beginner's traders. It's normal. Every single trader that is an expert says this. It's part of your beginner journey. So our job is to detach or build and create strategies and tools to detach us the most we can from extra emotions that are like unnecessary, that gives us unnecessary pressure. So if we rely only on our trading when we didn't support it with data, so we can't confirm that we're going to achieve X or Y, because the problem is the majority of traders gets their first month in profit and they're like, woo, woo, I'm the guru of Forex. I'm going to make this. Jump into FMO or jump into an account with spare amount of money that they can't afford to lose, and then the loop starts, right? 1 month of data, 2 months of data, 3 months of data is nothing in this industry. At least the bare minimum is 6 months. Ideally, 1 year that you can consistently be profitable. Some months are positive, some months are negative, or whatever. And if you are going to quit your job, well, how are you going to quit your job if you don't know what's coming on? One thing is when you jump to one job to the other and not knowing what's going to happen, but you know that at least you expect that at the end of the month you will get that money. But in Forex it's not like that. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. So in Forex it's not like that. You can finish the month not only not reaching any sort of income, but also being in negative, right? So we don't want to attach these extra pressures. There's no need to. That's when one of the biggest challenges started, because the issue and the subject I'm going to talk today is related specifically and mainly with full-time traders. So now we arrived at the main subject of this video, which is the biggest challenge the majority of traders face, beginners of course, is managing your time off the charts. Exactly. I'm going to talk about this today because I also experienced that. Because when I started trading, it was in the period of COVID. So I had like all the time in the world, right? I didn't have a job. Well, I did have a job, but it was paused because of COVID. So I was in quarantine. The majority of us were in quarantine. So full-time housekeeping or full-time house studying or whatever. So I had all the time to dedicate to this. At the beginning when we're studying, I think it's good because we can actually accelerate the process because we have more time to study. But then when you jump into the charts, that's when problems start to occur. Why? Because, and you probably can resonate with this, you stay the whole day looking at the charts. Like, okay, now it reached this down, okay, now this and that and that and that and that. And you trade Frankfurt, you trade London, you trade New York. And who knows, you even trade Asia. And you're constantly looking for opportunities. You want to look for opportunities, you want to look for opportunities. The problem is, when you get into the end of the day, and if someone asks you, how productive were you today? If you actually look back, and then you see the number of hours you spent looking at the charts, and then you look back and you're like, maybe you even finished the day negative or break even or whatever, or waiting for a high probability setup that didn't show up, and you were like, Jesus, look at the time I spent looking at the charts and literally nothing happened. I could have managed my time better, right? And what is the first issue here? In my opinion, the first issue is one session is enough. We all seek for freedom, right? And if we all seek for freedom, how come we're jumping from a 9-to-5 job to a 7-to-8 job, right? That doesn't make sense. We need to build strategies to understand that, okay, I'm going to spend X amount looking at the chart and trading and executing, and I need the rest of the time to do something else. And if you don't do this, you enter into a circle of emotions that are going to be negative for you to execute flawlessly. And also, the more you look for opportunities and the more you chase the markets, the more you increase the probability of start doing mistakes, random mistakes that you don't need to do. Focusing on a single session will not only let you know the session better, because each session may have its single particularities, but we'll give you extra time. And that's what we're looking for. We'll give you extra time so you can read, work out, learn a new skill, develop another skill, or even, in my case, it's what I do, look for a part-time to have a secure source of income. So you don't have that extra pressure, oh, I need to make X, oh, I need to make 1,000, oh, I need to make 500, or I need to make 2,000. No, you have an extra source of income that can come from several things, but you can decide what to do with that extra time that you have. In my case, what I do is like, I get off of the house, I go to physio, and as you know, I'm a physiotherapist, so I'm not only able to release my mind from trading, but also help other people and feel fulfilled with that, right? So it brings me a fulfillment that Forex doesn't. Although I really love Forex also, physio brings me another kind of fulfillment. So when people say, oh, you need to quit your dream job, or you need to quit some of your passions to dedicate to Forex, well, in my opinion, I don't think so. I don't agree with that. I think with a good management, you can do everything. My first advice, get off the charts, get some time for yourself to grow, because this is all about being a better self, right? Being a better person, evolve each day and grow. So get off the charts and remember, tomorrow is a new day. The market will be there. The opportunities will be there waiting for you. Just think about it. Even if you finish negative, tomorrow is a new day. New opportunities, new trades, new setups. And if tomorrow it doesn't happen again, the day after it will happen. If this week was bad, there's another week always coming. So we're blessed to wake up, and each day is a new blessing and a new opportunity to be better. By the way, on the previous video, I completely forgot about asking you to please like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. You're not subscribed already? You can't tell that loud. Please don't tell that loud. And activate the notification bell so you can get notified every time I drop new source. Another thing that's very important, if you want to help me, as I'm trying to help many of you also, is share my videos through your socials. Get the link, share the link in your stories, if you like the video, of course, and let me try to find more people spread all over the world that might enjoy my content. Another common mistake or another common problem related with not being able to manage the time off the charts, it's because many traders trade more than one pair. They trade more than one session, and they trade more than one pair. And why is that? I can't understand a single reason when I ask people, why do you trade more than one pair?
Oh, when one's messy, I'm changing to that one.
Okay.
Oh, when one's not providing, I'm changing to another one.
Or,
oh, there's more opportunities.
well, remember one thing. This is a phrase I'm hearing in Portuguese since 2010. In Portuguese, you may learn it's menos é mais, which means less is more. So if less is more, why are you trying to get more opportunities? If the market is choppy, you're trying to jump to another pair. Why? Why do we need to trade every day? Who taught us that? There's no need to trade every single day. So why are you looking for opportunities all over? If the market is choppy, take that as a gift so you can take your day off and enjoy. It's like, well, the market is it's in a very bad range, it's in a very bad zone, set your price alerts and enjoy. This is a big problem when we stick to the charts and trying to spot opportunities everywhere. There's no need to. The truth is, if we have a good amount and a good capital, one good trade per month can make our month. This is the truth, right? So why trying to chase the markets? And this is a big problem. The majority of traders are chasing the market, and myself included. I did that a lot, chasing the market like crazy, looking for an opportunity. No, we sit on our hands and we wait for the opportunity to meet us. It's not going to be us that going to find the opportunity. The opportunity will find us. Why? Because we'll have our zones marked up, we'll have our price alerts at the right exact spots that we need to have, either on some zones or high and lows. And when the price reaches a zone that's interesting to trade, that's when we're going to be ready to execute. So there's no need to chase. Chill, calm, relax, patient. So this thing about trading more than one session and trading more than one pair, in my opinion, is related with two main problems. Either you are too greedy, and that's going to devastate you completely because you're only and solely looking for money. Or the truth is, maybe your strategy is not good enough for you to rely on a single pair and a single session. Because if your strategy is good enough and proved you that your win ratio will turn you profitable in the end of the month, then why caring about so many opportunities, so many pairs, so many sessions? There's no need to. Get this phrase written down. Price alerts are our best friends. First of all, because it will make you minimize the trading view window. And second, because it will give you extra time. Instead of you being there waiting,
Oh, candle down, oh, candle up, candle down. Oh, now it's ranging, and then you stay there.
no, you just set your price alerts and then you can do whatever you want to. Again, read, work out, play piano, play guitar, whatever you want to, but not staring at the chart, wasting time, because that's time wasted. You're not studying, you're just waiting for price to reach a specific zone. That's not going to get you anywhere. And it's going to lead you to mistakes because you get impatient and then you see, oh, maybe price is going to react from here. Oh, this is not a significant zone that I marked out, but maybe, and maybe, then you, boom, the moment you notice, you already opened the trade and you're inside a trade that doesn't fit your plan, and boom. I've been there. Get away from the charts. So one session, one pair. It's enough. More than enough. And then another problem that comes with looking at the charts the whole day, it's exactly related with what I just said, the waste of time. So you get frustrated because the thing is, imagine you're trading London and New York. So that's basically a 9-to-5 job, even more. And so you're staying there waiting for a high probability, and on that day you didn't find any high probability setup. Okay, tomorrow's a new day, right? Close your computer, boom, done. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow you wake up, you open your computer, trading view, boom, you enter on 2 setups that fit your plan, but 2 losses. Okay, previous day, break even. Today, 2 losses. Close your day, boom, next day. And what happens is you'll get into a state that you will stop and you'll look back and you'll say, so I spent the whole week and I'm even break even or small capital, small profit or negative. Then you look back and you say, so I didn't have time for anything. I didn't have time for my loved ones. I didn't have time to work out. I didn't have time for myself. And this is the result in the end of the week. And you get frustrated. And this frustration leads you to a bad environment, and that can be toxic for you, and that can lead you to question yourself. Am I good enough? I'm not good enough. And that's when you start changing stuff because, oh, this is probably because I'm not good enough. My strategy is not good enough. Oh, maybe one pair is not enough, or maybe one session is not enough. And that's when you start changing things. Yes? Why? Because you spent the whole week looking at the charts and you did nothing else. Right? So once again, build strategies, build tools to detach you from the charts. Because the less time you spend looking at the candles, the less emotions you will feel. Because it's like price alerts, best friends, boom, boom, done. But if you trade one pair, one session, and then you have the rest of the time off for yourself, to spend time with family, to work out, to improve yourself, any skills, personal development. I'm being quite repetitive here, but this is very important. Imagine the difference. I was going to say manage again. Imagine the difference when you end the week and you look back and you say, well, I'm negative, but at least I did this, and that. I went into my part-time, I earned some money, or I did this, I did some calls, I did this and this and that. So actually look back and you're happy and proud because you did a lot more things apart from trading. You didn't spend the whole time trading. So you're happy, you feel fulfilled. You can be like, oh, I didn't end up the week in positive, but once you did all those, you're actually going to be very happy. So that's good. So it will decrease your frustration, it will decrease the emotions, and it will help you execute flawlessly and keep executing. And now we come to the last issue that comes with looking at the charts all the time. And remember that every issue I'm talking with you, it's not going to be only things I experienced, but also things I talk about commonly and frequently with other traders that are in the same point of myself, or even traders that are more successful that went through the exact same thing. So I'm trying to get you in a position that, well, you don't need to live and experience all this. You may get to a point where you're wasting so much time looking at the charts that you get tired. Even if you love it as much as I do, for instance, and I really like trading a lot. It's something that challenges me every day in terms of being each day like 1% better and knowing exactly how can I be that 1% better. So if you love trading as I do, that doesn't mean that you will not feel tired. Because imagine you're working on something that you truly love. Weeks are passing, months are passing, and you see no result. You're getting to a point that you're like, is it worth it? All the time I spent here, is it worth it? And the problem is, if you don't get that balance that I'm talking about here, which is the main important thing, the balance between looking at the chart, personal life, personal development, family, loved ones, if you don't get that calibrated or balanced, you will reach a point where you say, I give up, I quit, I'm tired. So many hours, everything, I gave up on so many things, I sacrificed so many things, I don't see anything, I give up. And then you don't give yourself the opportunity to even get into a point where you can get results. Because you're trying to rush things, because you're thinking the more time I spend in the chart, the better I will be trading. And unfortunately, that's not directly correlated. The time you spend looking at the charts and the profitability you will get from the markets. This industry has a huge potential to change our lives. And if we get to that point because we're spending so much time looking at the charts that we will give up just because, oh, it's not worth it. Well, it's like a car, you understand? So imagine you fill your deposit with gas, okay, it's full. And then what you do is like you speed up, max speed. You get into a point where your deposit is 0, right? And on that time, you look back and you say, well, maybe if I drive slowly, I would get further. And it's exactly like that. So if you waste all your motivation and all your energy looking at the charts 10 hours per day, maybe in 6 months, you'll get completely tired and like, oh, I don't want to hear more about trading, and you give up. But on another hand, if you just waste 4 hours looking at the charts, it doesn't mean that you don't take the rest of the time studying other things related with trading, that it can be possible, but it's all about the time you spend looking at live price action, okay? So if you decrease that to 5 hours a day, what you will have, you will last longer, right? The deposit will last longer. So you don't give it all at first. Remember, it's not about intensity. It's about consistency. Because the more intensity you put at the beginning, the more the more probability you have that that intensity is going to go lower, 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 lower. But on the other hand, if you give the exact same intensity each and every single day, you will be able to last that amount of intensity longer. Remember, when your deposit is empty, it's going to take a while to fill up again. And then meanwhile, what do, right? When your motivation is zero, when your frustration is max, when you're so tired, then it's going to be really hard to put that engine working again. So it's our job to keep the engine working and moving forward, but step by step. So yeah, today I shared, in my opinion, one of the major problems related with the biggest challenge that beginner traders face, which is managing the time off the charts. And the major problems are trading more than one session, trading more than one pair, being greedy or not confident enough about your strategy, chasing the opportunities instead of letting the opportunities meet you and the markets provide you. All these three that I've just said are going to lead you to room for mistakes. Then you get frustrated because you wasted time and look back and you didn't develop anything, didn't create something new, nothing. And then you get tired. That may eventually lead you to give up before you give yourself permission to achieve the results. And so by spotting these main issues and these main problems related with spending a lot of time looking at live price action, you can then build tools to try to avoid them, or build strategies to try to use your time wisely. Right? Find a part-time that will give you extra income, that will help you relieve that extra pressure of having to reach income per month. By trading one pair and one session, you will have more free time to do whatever you want and whatever you'd like, and that will decrease a lot the frustration you may feel when you get a bad day or a bad week in the market. Trading less with less pairs and less session will actually put you in a position where you're more focused because you're involved in less setups, less stress. And if you're more focused, you again decrease the number of errors that you may dive into. And this, balancing your time, will eventually keep you motivated with the same intensity, and so you will last longer in this industry and eventually reach that point where the results are finally start showing up. And that's it for today. Once again, thank you very much for all the support. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. By the way, if you don't do it yet, follow me on my Instagram channel. There I share a lot of inspirational quotes, motivation, my daily expletive effects. You don't know what explicit effects is? So check my previous video. On Instagram, I'm doing a daily update about explicit effects, and also on my Telegram channel. If you don't know what is, please check the link down below. On my Telegram channel, I also share daily the updates about my account. So basically I open an account of 500 euros and I'm trading it until I reach 1,000. It may take several months, but I'm ready for it. No problem at all. By the way, I'm also risking 1% on this account, so I'm increasing the risk, also potentially increasing the profits, because I don't have any rules to daily drawdown or max drawdown, so I'm not worried about that. And yeah, on my Telegram channel I also share with you morning outlooks before a London session, and every time there is a very good, nice setup, I share with you my markups, and also when I have a loss, I share with you my losses also. Thank you all for everything. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, write down in the comments if you can, please, what type of content you enjoy the most that I do, and I'll try to deliver it as best as I can. So to finalize, I always give you a bit of my thoughts. I always share with you my thoughts. And this week it's all about our thoughts become our reality, right? I posted on Instagram and it's literally my opinion, and also what Joseph Murphy says on his book, and Napoleon Hill. Everyone repeated consistently that what we think we become. So make sure that you focus on the good to attract the good. You will not be able to avoid negative thinking, but you will be able to decide how will you react to those. For instance, the work I'm doing currently is every time a negative thinking pops up, I say, thank you, bye. Thank you, cancel. Thank you, cancel. And actually we talk to our mind and we decide what to do. Every time a negative thinking pops up, like, thank you very much, bye-bye, cancel that. And it's crazy how this actually works. Try it yourself. So yeah, talking about attracting the good, you know what's like the best, simplest strategy to attract the life of our dreams, do you? Gratitude. So let's say our sentence to finish this video today. You know what? I've been completely forgetting about dancing. Today we can dance like chico piccole. I think it's like a little screw that sometimes get off, and then I need to find it and then put it back. Continuing. Let's say our phrase to finish this video, sorry. Gratitude is the fastest way to raise your vibration so you can attract the life of your dreams. Take care. Love you all. Peace. Ow!